Site blocked. I'm a 7th grader living in China, far away from my home country. But it's okay, because I have great friends at school. Every day, when I return to our apartment, I get on Facebook. Yeah, I lied about my age so I could create an account, but so did all of my friends, so I have no regrets. I get on Facebook and chat with my friends, writing jokes on their walls, complaining about homework, because what else is there to do for a lonely 12-year-old other than to get on Facebook? Until one day, my computer gives me this message. Error, site blocked. I refresh the page. Same message. Refresh again. Same message. One more time. Error, site blocked. I feel confused. I feel frustrated. I feel angry. What am I supposed to do now? In the next couple of days, I find out that the Chinese government has started cracking down on Western social media because it was used to organize anti-government riots. Now I'm even more confused. Isn't Facebook supposed to be a place to hang out with your friends? Why does the government feel threatened? Shouldn't Facebook be a place where people can chat freely in a safe environment? Fast forward a dozen years, now my computer gives me this message. We're coming for your head. Stop censoring us. You'll soon be in federal prison for your communist crimes. By now, I work at Facebook. It's not supposed to be funny, but I'm an engineer on the integrity team. My job is to create a place where people can chat freely in a safe environment. Along with those threats, I receive a call from this Facebook security team. They informed me that documents had been leaked, documents that named me, and my work on moderating anti-vaccine comments at the height of the pandemic. The leak was by Project Veritas, a right-wing activist group that had targeted Planned Parenthood, NPR, CNN, and the Washington Post. I'm assigned a security detail around the clock, and another team starts a thorough online risk assessment to make sure that sensitive information about me is not available online. I feel confused. I feel scared. I feel angry. For the next couple of weeks, I try to stay indoors as much as possible. The few times I do go out, I find myself looking around, wondering if they finally discovered where I live. A coworker of mine is even confronted, picking his son up from his tennis lesson. I've been working hard at making the platform a safer space, but now I know it is far from safe. Criticism didn't just come from Project Veritas and Sean Hannity. It came from a former coworker through the Wall Street Journal Facebook papers. She condemned Facebook for its lack of action on COVID misinformation. President Biden stated that platforms like Facebook were killing people for not doing enough to moderate inflammatory content. We were criticized for not censoring enough and censoring too much. So what is the right balance between complete freedom of speech and extreme content moderation? As a former insider at Facebook, I want to share my proposals for what social media platforms ought to do. We need content moderation on social media platforms to protect freedom of speech and provide users with a safe environment. A platform that amplifies hate speech, harassment, and misinformation is not a safe space for people to speak up, despite what Elon Musk may tweet. But you might be wondering, isn't content moderation just another way to say censorship? How can the infringement of freedom protect freedom? Okay, imagine you're behind the wheel driving. It can get frustrating at times when you run into a red light for the 3rd time in a row. Maybe you wish traffic lights didn't exist. How dare a random color light tell me what I can and cannot do? But imagine a world without traffic laws. How dangerous would that be? Traffic lights may restrict your freedom to speed through intersections anytime you want, but ultimately, they let you drive more freely. Content moderation and platform policies are the traffic laws of the online space. So how should the traffic be directed? First, platforms should use experts in human rights, public safety, and law to craft clear and transparent policies about what does not belong on the platform, things like hate speech, harassment, and misinformation. Then, these policies should be shared publicly and revised as needed based on user feedback. Second, platforms should use appropriate treatments to carry out these policies. What are these appropriate treatments? When the severity of harm is low and the detection precision is low, content should be selected for manual review. To continue with the traffic analogy, this would be like getting pulled over. When the severity of harm is high and the detection precision is high, content should be automatically removed from the platform. You may remember seeing a warning screen pop up on Instagram when you tried to share certain claims about election results. That's called reshare friction, which aims to slow you down from thoughtlessly sharing harmful content, just like a speed bump. Warning screens on COVID misinformation posts directed users to trustworthy health resources like the CDC website, a traffic sign, if you will. Another powerful treatment is deboosting. The secret sauce of social media is its algorithm that recommends you posts that will maximize engagement. Unfortunately, inflammatory posts are inclined to be boosted because they tend to collect a lot of reactions and comments. Deboosting is a way to prevent these posts from being recommended. Platforms should use a combination of manual review, automatic removal, reshare friction, warning screens, and deboosting to minimize toxic experiences for their users. But I have to admit, content moderation is a whack-a-mole approach to reducing harm. It will always be a step behind. As long as platforms prioritize engagement and then try to remove toxic experiences, users will continue to be exposed to some degree of toxic content. So how can platforms go beyond minimizing harm to maximizing benefit? Here are my suggestions. First, platforms should listen to users and serve them what they value. In order to do so, they must give users explicit controls so that they can voice their preferences. Things like show more or show less buttons on posts are great ways to identify what users actually value and topics they do not want to see. Second, platforms should actively boost content that brings people together to promote civil conversations. At Facebook, we found that when positive reactions like love and like come from a diverse group of users, the content is perceived to be insightful and civil, both by the participants and observers. By boosting this type of content, platforms can create harmony even on divisive topics and incentivize users to act better. Imagine a social media platform where teenagers can hang out with their friends after school instead of feeling lonely. Imagine a social media platform where people can chat freely in a safe environment. In the long history of communication, social media is still at its infancy. If platforms don't change, however, we will continue to see our society become even more divided than ever. I refuse to believe that this is the best version of social media. I know we can make it better. So what can you do? Support platforms that put user safety first and actively promote civil conversations. Instead of feeling confused, frustrated, and angry. I feel joyful. I feel excited. I feel optimistic. Thank you, everyone.